We have some news coming in from the Apex Court, where the Supreme Court has upheld the centre's right for Jammu and Kashmir delimitation, which means that this verdict is in favour of the government. The verdict was on petitions challenging the delimitation. Exercise of powers made under Act of 2019 is valid, is what the court has said. Nothing in this judgment will be considered as giving imprimatur to Article 370 as the matter is pending before a different bench. Undoubtedly a big win for the centre ahead of proposed elections in Jammu and Kashmir. Court has upheld the centre's right for delimitation of Jammu and Kashmir. It's a big win for the centre ahead of proposed elections. The court ruling is going to have, in fact, no impact on the hearing, which is on Article 370. Anisha Mathur is getting us more details on that story. The court ruling in favour of the centre's powers has said that this has been made under Act of 2019 and is valid in that sense. It's a green signal and a big victory for the central government, Anisha.
Well, yes, Neha, at this moment, the central government can breathe a sigh of relief as the Supreme Court has upheld its powers to set up a delimitation commission and conduct the delimitation exercise in Jammu and Kashmir, which basically means that the decks can be cleared now for the assembly elections and the panchayat elections in Jammu and Kashmir, because we've seen this has been held up because of the delimitation exercise. What is also interesting to note, however, is that the court has very clearly said that this judgment will not give imprimatur to any of the issues that are pending before a different bench of the court, which is hearing the issue of the Jammu Kashmir Reorganization Act and the repeal of Article 370. So both issues will, those issues will remain before a larger bench, which is yet to hear this matter. But for now, decks have been cleared for the delimitation exercise. The court has said that the centre does have the power to set up a delimitation commission for Jammu and Kashmir, that under the 2019 Act, because the Act itself has not been challenged, the validity of the Act is not under question at this point before this particular bench. Therefore, under the 2019 Act, the centre did have the power to set up the delimitation commission, and the delimitation commission, in consultation with the EC, can continue its work. So what it means effectively is that the delimitation exercise and possible elections in Jammu Kashmir can go on now. Back to you.
Anisha Mathur, I'm going to thank you for the moment for getting us up to speed with those developments from the Supreme Court of India. More news coming in. Politics has erupted over Prime Minister Modi's visit to the air show in Bengaluru. Karnataka Congress MLA is mocked. Says Prime Minister visits even for minor issues before elections. The BJP has hit back. Says Congress is scared of defeat.
ಮೋದಿ ಅವರು, ಅಮಿತ್ ಶಾ ಅವರು, ನಡ್ಡಾ ಅವರು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಆ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ವಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ವಿಸಿಟ್ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ. ನಾನು ಮೋದಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಡ್ಡಾ ಅವರಿಗೆ, ಅಮಿತ್ ಶಾ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸಲಹೆ ಏನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಡೆಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗೋದು ಬರೋದು ಎಲ್ಲ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ವರೆಗೂ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ಬಿಡಿ ಅಂತ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸಲಹೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಏನು ವಾರಕ್ಕೊಂದು ವಿಸಿಟ್ಟು, ಏನು ಸಣ್ಣ ಪುಟ್ಟ ಹಕ್ಕುಪತ್ರ ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕೂ ಅವರೇ ಬೇಕು, ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬೀದಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೂ ಅವರೇ ಬೇಕು, ಸಣ್ಣ ಪುಟ್ಟ ಕೆಲಸಗಳಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಮಿತ್ ಶಾ ಅವರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ನಡ್ಡಾ ಅವರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದೇ
Siddaramaiah has said that BJP are Godse worshippers.
सिद्धरामैया के गोडसे के बारे में क्या जानता है उनके बारे में जानता नहीं. पहले गोडसे का उन्हें वो जानना चाहिए, बाद में बात करना.
PM is a political tourist. He comes every time when there are elections. When we actually needed the Prime Minister during COVID, when the people were suffering, he was never here. When we actually needed the Prime Minister, when we never got our dues from the Finance Ministry, the GST dues to Karnataka, PM was not there. We actually needed Prime Minister during border disputes, the Prime Minister was not there. We actually needed Prime Minister in the water sharing disputes. He was not there. Now he is coming because the elections are there. So why should we be scared? People know that this Prime Minister is an election campaigner, not the Prime Minister who delivers for the people.
Anaga has more details on that story. Anaga, the Congress has gone on to say that even if you're inaugurating a tap, the Prime Minister is going to land up. That's a direct attack against Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the run-up to elections.
That's right, Sneha. So right now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is here for the 5th time in Karnataka ahead of the assembly polls. He is here to inaugurate the Aero India happening here in Yelahanka in Bengaluru. And to this, the opposition, the Congress, has gone all guns blazing against the Prime Minister, saying that he will fly down even if there is something very trivial happening in Karnataka. But ordinarily he wouldn't do this if it was not elections. But since we have election seasons coming up, he is coming here for anything. Even if it is a tap water inauguration, he'd probably fly down, is what Congress rebutted. To which BJP has retorted. C.T. Ravi responded to India Today by saying that the Congress is now fearing Prime Minister Modi's visit because they know that to every visit our vote is going to increase by at least 5 to 10%, and the Congress is now scared of the PM's visit, and that is why they have no other option but to retort their visit. Priyank Kharge also responded by saying that the state BJP leaders have no credibility on their own, and that is why they have to bank on the BJP's high command. That is why we had Amit Shah come here twice. Last week he was in Mangalore, just 2 days back he was in Mangalore, and then 1 month back he was in Mandya. So the Congress has retorted saying the state BJP leaders have no credibility to themselves. That is why they bank on their high command to come here every 1 week, to come and ask for votes. And this is a narrative panning out right now in the state of Karnataka ahead of the assembly polls.
Anaga, I'm going to thank you for the moment for getting us up to speed with those developments. Anaga, with the politics of the Aero India show today.